It's your girl Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with your general tarot reading for this full moon in Cancer that we are having January 6th, 2023. As much as I'm fighting myself, to say it, I've been saying it for years now. This is not the new year, but, happy Gregorian calendar new year. Be sure to check out your sun, moon, and rising. Patreon gets everything first. Patreon.com/justjeverything. Over there, we dive deep into every card for the zodiacal season, for the monthly astrological readings, and then there's a whole bunch of other just spiritual content, just good shit. I do good work. Anyway, for free content, check out my Instasham at justj_everything. For TikTok, at justjeverything. And for other dope shit that I do, my website, justjeverything.com. Now, full moons are when the sun opposes the moon. So the sun is in Capricorn, which makes it Capricorn season, and the moon is in Cancer. And so the sun and the moon are opposing each other, literally like this, top and bottom right now. And the moon, the ruler of Cancer, is really gonna light this one up. The moon's already bright as fuck as I'm filming this, and I like try to get this ahead of time, but the energy has been thick. I feel like it's been very quiet, emotive, introspective, not suspicious, but I just heard, I looked into myself like a case with you. It's a line from Choose Me by James Blake. This is not the time to manifest. This is not the time to set intentions. This is a time to pay attention to yourself, to your emotions. It's time to get specific, a time to get honest, a time to name what needs to be released. I have a bunch of notes here, so be patient with me, gracious with me while I reference my notes. Because I just want to make sure we get everything, because there's a lot here, and this could go in a multitude of ways, and it will go a multitude of ways. Cancer is like a sign of duality. There is very dualistic energy here. So there is very much so black and white, and learning to navigate the gray, and really seeing between the zeros and the ones. But a big thing here, and I feel like this is a big lesson for this full moon in Cancer, is trusting your gut. Your gut. Trusting what your spirit tells you. And trusting your gut in the ways that you trust your gut, the scenarios that you trust your gut in, are going to really show you your emotional maturity and your present level of emotional intelligence. Because you're able to trust your gut this January a different way than you were trusting yourself last January. So give yourself credit for that. But more importantly, peep the progress. Like, pay attention. With this full moon being in Cancer, I'm not taking anything, but I am going to reference what messages come out for the Empress and the Knight of Pentacles to come out. There's definitely something about slowing down in regards to, like, your pace may be slowed. This is an opportunity. Mars is retrograde right now in Gemini, so we're hella in our thoughts, and this is a great time to get really cerebral about how you are. Get really cerebral, but also get really emotional and intuitive and connective and feeling into your senses in regards to how you're loving yourself, nurturing yourself. There could be a lot of lessons to learn from the people with Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn placements in your life right now. And it just feels like it's time to understand that slow and steady wins the race. Bentleys are built in 8 months. They cranking out Civics every, couple hours. So apply to that to your life, however you need be. So Cancer, the moon rules Cancer, as I said before. So this is meant to be emotional. This is meant to be about your emotions. This is meant to be about emotional growth. This is meant to be also, I just heard righteousness. Some of you, I feel like some of us are putting ourselves in a position where we're behaving really like righteously because like of the purity of our emotions or the purity of our heart. And don't let that push you into a place of judgment. And I don't know where that came from, but that's for someone. But this full moon is supposed to be about emotions. It's about you feeling your emotions. We just had the full moon in Gemini, with Mars there, and that was hella about you thinking your thoughts. The full moon in Gemini was to get us to release old thought processes and get us to release old narratives, these old stories that we're telling ourselves, which are perpetuating the same bullshit cycle, Eight of Swords shit, So there is something here about releasing the old stories that we tell ourselves, and this is about feeling our motherfucking feelings and doing our part to feel our feelings so that we can understand what is no longer serving and what is outdated and what needs to be uprooted in regards to the current emotional status and the current emotional foundation. The lens with which you view emotions, the lens with which you view family, your living environment, your real estate roots, your feelings, your parents, your father, your mother. It's time to feel. Gemini was for thinking, Cancer is for feeling. And thoughts and feelings go together. One of my favorite quotes from Psycho Cybernetics, shout out Rev Fam. Thoughts and feelings go together. Feelings are the soil that thoughts and ideas grow in. I'm going to say that again. Thoughts and feelings go together. Feelings are the soil that thoughts and ideas grow in. The thoughts are the seeds. The feelings are the soil. So what's going on with the quality of your soil this Capricorn season? Let's tend to that. How can we get some miracle grow up in that bitch? No, you don't need the synthetic stuff. There's just something about tending to the quality, the getting holistic shit. But I caught myself there anyway. I also feel like there's something here about hydroponics, like growing hydroponically. Like it's time to change your emotional waters. It's time to change. Like anybody who knows anything about hydroponics and knows anything about like propagating plants or like growing, plants. I'm a plant mom for sure. And my favorite way to grow is just like get a fucking jar, put a cutting in that bitch, put some water in there, and just like watching the roots come and like letting it grow and seeing how it fills the jar. There's also something about it called root shock that I think is really good. Whenever you dump all the water out, leave it for an hour, and the roots that are exposed, they go into like a variation of shock. And so that's what I feel like maybe coming in right now. Ooh, that could be a thing. There could be just some kind of like a root shock or like something that's jarring you or zapping you or maybe uncomfortable, but it's happening for you. The replenishment, the water is coming. The new water is coming. This is just stimulating, activating you, getting all of the right hormones and chemicals activated so that you start growing expeditiously, I hear. I love that. Hydroponics. Anyway, your ability to trust your gut now is now a reflection of your ability to trust your gut now is a reflection of your emotional maturity, and intelligence. And so there is something I feel like that is requiring you to access your intuition. For everyone watching, there's something in your life that's really like you're like really having to feel it out. And this is going to be a huge reflection of where things are going. 5 of Swords reversed. You're really feeling out. Do I stay? Do I go? Do I invest in this? Do I take back? Do I keep moving? Do I keep moving forward? Do I keep moving away? Because last time, it's like you can't look forward and make decisions about the present if you are still caught up reflecting in regards to something about the past. So what's your gut telling you that your logic or ego or insecurities are talking you out of right now? That's for you to answer for yourself, really. If you want to leave a comment and start a discussion in the comments, absolutely you may. I would love that. But what's your gut telling you that your logic, ego, or insecurities are talking you out of right now? And actually, for those who are really, really struggling with that, let's just go ahead and get a quick read on that, please. And actually, we create this, I'm clearing out, creating a safe space for our benevolent ancestors, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth. Thanking you. Welcoming you into shed light on the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for this full moon in Cancer. Hydrate, light it if you got it. Yet again, I didn't mean to be given this much titty, but I didn't mean to be given any titty. But I mean, since we're here, and it's funny because Cancer rules the chesticles. So that Cancerian energy showing up that this is cardinal feminine water. Cardinal signs initiate their season, and so this is the initiation of that summery energy. Whatever you're releasing this summer, releasing this full moon is going to be making way for something to come in and develop and bloom and expand this summer, is what I just got. Also, this is like you getting out of the way so that the divine, I just saw like a watering can come in, like a watering can on like your soil, whatever it is, the seeds that you've planted with that new moon in Capricorn. But the seeds that you've been planting, this is an important new moon, full moon season access. But for those who are struggling to stop leaning so much on their logic, the Ten of Pentacles, you may be missing out on something that's really stable. Like, it's like money comes, money goes, time is, 14:14 on the clock. Time matters. Time is wealth. Health is wealth. It's time to really determine what is important to you. Do you have time to be playing like this? Do you have time to be ignoring your gut and ignoring your better judgment like this? Do you have time to be tampering with your money like this? or tampering with your health like this for some of you. Seven of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. So for those of you who are really struggling to trust your gut, there's something here about getting grounded. There's something here about getting rooted in investing in family, investing in yourself, investing in stability, investing in surrounding yourself with things and people that are stable and that you trust. So that's especially if you have Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn placements, right now, it is really important that that it's not all work. Yes, there is this push, this urgency to progress that way, but Capricorn season came through very clearly for the Capricorn readings that this season is about intimacy, it's about romance, it's about vulnerability, it's about nakedness, it's about transparency, it's about being willing to see, being willing to be, out and lit, and the fruit of your labor is showing, is coming. So whatever your gut is telling you, it's important that you wait. It's important that you be patient. Things take time. Okay. So this full moon in Cancer is happening on January 6th, 2023 at 4:08 p.m. Mountain, 6:08 p.m. Eastern Time, at 16 degrees Cancer. And I gotta hit you with the handy dandy Inside Degrees by Elias Lonsdale. I haven't read this, I always go in blind with you guys, but I just found it to make it easier. So we're already here. And so Elias Lonsdale's description of the 16th degree of Cancer is a skull carved out of quartz crystal. He always uses words. I don't know this word. Magnificent aplomb. A-P-L-O-M-B. Aplomb. Aplomb. Magnificent aplomb. I got to figure out what that means. I don't have a dictionary on me. Anyway. Knowing how to do it right. Ingrained with staggering soul memory. Ooh. I love that. Knowing how to do it right. Ingrained with staggering soul memory. That felt like that 7 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, whatever it is you've been doing, this. You know it well. You can always build upon it. You can always enhance, you can grind, you can study, you can develop. But there's stuff that you just know in your bones, and it's time to stop acting like you don't. Or it's time to stop playing it small, that you're not dope for the hard work that you've put in. Okay. Knowing how to do it right, ingrained with staggering soul memory. The lineage taken further. Ooh, very Capricorn. The lineage taken further. Attainments in other lives grant in this one carte blanche to do with what is... Hold on. My glasses are so fucking dirty. Attainments in other lives grant in... Attainments in other lives grant in this one carte blanche to do what is in one to do. Jesus. This run-on sentence is ridiculous. Be what is in one to be. Okay, let me try to break that down. Attainments in other lives grant in this one carte blanche to do what is in one to do. Be what is in one to be. Attainments in other lives grant in this one carte blanche to do what is in one to do. Be what is in one to be. Offering to the world sparkling gifts, effortless presence and composure, authoritative stance. You can go as far as you are motivated to, no limits. At the heart of this mystery is the rare quality of simultaneous awareness and attunement upon multiple frequencies. which can become the mediating call to bring heavens and earth into union, or to allow any frequency to link up with any other, so that the ancient visions are fulfilled and the world opens up right on time at one so that the ancient visions are fulfilled and the world opens up right on time at the crossing point, held absolutely intact. That was fucking rough. Sorry, he's known for a fucking run-on sentence, but goodness, I'm trying to like intuit and process and read all that at the same time. That was a lot. Offering to the world sparkling gifts. And that was that. I feel like the Ace of Pentacles came out. Anyways, that's what it shows me. Offering to the world sparkling gifts. Seven of Pentacles energy. Effortless presence and composure. Authoritative stance. Effortless presence and composure and an authoritative stance comes from deep authenticity and you understanding who you are, not being afraid to display that. You can go as far as you are motivated to, no limits, and that has to do also with authenticity, and then harnessing that authenticity into courage. At the heart of the mystery is the rare quality of simultaneous awareness and attunement upon multiple frequencies. The timelines are all stacked on top of each other. It's very much so like his Dark Materials. Go watch that. Which can become the mediating call, the peaceful gathering, justice-oriented call between the heavens and the earth, bringing them into union, or to allow any given frequency to link up with another. That feels very Venus in Aquarius, the sun going into Aquarius, this Aquarius stellium that we're building up to allow any given frequency to link up with any other, so that the ancient visions are fulfilled and the world opens up right on time at the crossing point, held absolutely intact. I think it's interesting that I stuttered before and I said worlds. Anyway, 22 minutes in and we ain't even pulled cards, but you can find this online. You already know, just Google inside degrees and you can select the 16th degree of Cancer. So dive in, hydrate, empty your lungs. Keep in mind this is a general reading, so eat the meat, leave the bones. Let's ask Spirit, what is our gut trying to say? What is our spirit trying to tell us? What's your gut trying to tell you? Let's see. What's our gut trying to say? Oh, that's a lot. Okay, what's your gut trying to say? Interesting, y'all saw all that damn shuffling I did. Hangman reversed. You are not stuck. I feel like the period of stuckness is over. Now it's just talking about, now we're in the period, this is Neptune energy. Neptune is direct in Pisces now, and then it's like the stuckness is over, the immobility is over. It's, or some of you are on the opposite end, and it's just like you're completely denying the fact that you're stuck and you're banging your head against a wall. And for those of you who realize I'm not stuck, things are moving forward. Now it's just time for you to acquire, like to extrapolate the wisdom Unpack the wisdom that came from the period of stuckness or came from the period of uncertainty. How did you get yourself stuck? How did you get yourself caught up? How did you get yourself restricted? How was your subconscious restricted? Or was there stuff going on with addiction? Is there stuff still going on with addiction or escapism? There may be a need to look at this connection with someone with Pisces placements. 7 of Pentacles reversed, 10 of Pentacles reversed, Justice. Okay, so what I feel like in regards to what your gut is trying to say, A, you're not stuck. The fruit of your labor is coming. You don't need to be asking for it. You're not, some of y'all are mad. Some of y'all are mad at the divine because you've done all this work and the fruit of your labor hasn't shown up. And a lot of it, some of you, it's like you're delaying your own blessings because there's bitterness versus faith coming out of you. There's this like anger or entitlement that's spewing out of you versus saying thank you in advance. Knowing that because you said it, you spoke it into motion and it's already building and you already can feel it coming. So you just need to keep saying thank you and feeling it. Feeling like it's already yours. Feeling like you already have it. That's like a thing that I work on all the time. It's just like how I feel now is how I'm going to feel when I'm a millionaire. Like, I'm still gonna feel like money is not dictating my feelings. I am already like comfortable. I'm already secure, and that security and that comfort is not stemmed solely in my financial wellness, you know? And so there is something about like, do you want money or do you just really want comfort? Do you want money or do you really want security? Do you want money or do you really want access? What are you asking for? Get to a deeper root of what you're asking for. A lot of us are asking for money when we just want access to stuff. And access can come by way of friends, can come by way of, like people that you know, being at the right place, the right time. And being the right place in the right time and making sure that you don't have a shitty ass attitude. Love you. I feel like your gut is trying to tell you that you're waiting on justice to act. You're waiting on the divine to act on in regards to when it's like the ball's in your court actually. Please clarify the Hangman reversed. Some of you are desperately looking for ways to make more money. And it's just like you're like, why is, woe is me. Why is this always happening to me? Blah, blah. And it's like, no, the divine, this delay is happening so that you can start to use more of your brain. The Four of Cups came out. It's interesting. Y'all see me doing all this shuffling and these same cards keep coming out. So there's definitely like, it's very clear. It feels like writing is very much so on the wall nowadays. So it's time to really pay attention. You don't need to be thinking all super abstractly. It's just a time of making sure that you've learned your lessons, that you don't do the same things that you did before. And that the way how to stay unstuck is to make sure that your eyes and eyes and ears and heart are open and in a position. And hands are open and free, that there's space and room in your life to receive this thing that you mad at God that you don't have yet. It's like you're mad that you don't have this thing, but it's also like you keep, it's interesting. It's like closed off to the point where like, it's like some of us are so bound up and guarded internally that it's really manifesting externally. And we're getting ourselves in situations where it's like it's almost like you should be having such a good time right now. Doesn't have to be, making sure that you're not overcomplicating things. And I feel like you can overcomplicate things by making sure that you're just looking at the reality of stuff, not just listening only to insecurity or fear. Please clarify justice reversed. The Queen of Pentacles, yeah. This stuff, this like why you're not listening, because there's these issues in regards to the self-worth. Why aren't we listening to our gut? What's going on? Why are we not listening to our gut? What's the Three of Cups and the Hermit? Some of us are struggling to listen to our gut because of the people that we're around. Some of us are struggling to listen to our gut because we're terrified of being alone. Some of us, because it may be like intense or, you know, super spiritual or emotional or scary for some of you when you are alone. Some of us, like, we're struggling to trust our gut because that's going to force us to, like, go our own way. That's what this looks like. It's like some of us, you're going to have to pass some people by. It's like you're already surpassed some of these people. And it's time to really evaluate the company that we keep. Evaluate the mindsets that we celebrate. What we put on a pedestal. You know, if you're still like caught up in keeping up with the Kardashians, and you know, let's say that you're deeply, deeply spiritual, but all of your friends or everyone you're hanging out with is like hella caught up in keeping up with the Kardashians and like spewing like shit that you're like, what are you talking? At what point is that gonna, you know, keep you restricted? Because we learn by way of trial and error. We need to be challenged. And so some of you, your gut's trying to tell you that you've outgrown some people. Some of you, your gut's trying to tell you that you need to stop drinking. Some of you, your gut's trying to tell you that you're like doing the wrong kinds of substances. Some of you, your gut's trying to tell you you're having sex with the wrong people. Some of you, your gut's trying to tell you some shit about this Virgo. It's trying to tell you some shit about this Aquarius. Trying to tell you, or trying to teach you a lesson about this from this Aquarius. The Aquarius is able to go on their own and shine on their own, and that was a lesson that they gave you, is like, you are so brilliant and bright on your own. Make sure that you're able to shine with or without others. There's something here about being able to go your own way. Being able to like have your own version of Into the Wild. Really like getting away from like, this is really about anti-conformity. You know, breaking away from the mainstream, breaking away from like groupthink or the tried and true way of things, or, you know, the hive mind groupthink mentality. There's something here about like maybe being the black sheep, or trying to really like needing to get away. Maybe some of you aren't listening because there's too much interference to your antenna. There's too much going on and you're not giving yourself quality alone time. Some of you, you're not listening because you're lonely, and you're lonely because there's this lack of oneness, and you're lonely because you're seeking fulfillment by way of other people and these other connections, and that will always let you down. That will always let you down. No one else is meant to come in and complete you. There will be no baby, no husband, no wife, no accomplishment that can ever fill that void. Only the divine can fill it. Only you reaching out for the other fractals of the divine, those other pieces that reflect that divinity inside of you can fill that. So, another question I wanted to ask was how to expand our emotional maturity and our emotional intelligence. This full moon in Cancer, January 6, 2023. How can we, for our greatest and highest good, how can we expand? 6 of Wands. And how can we expand our knowing when to hold them, knowing when to fold them, knowing when to go, knowing when to move forward, knowing when to press the button, knowing when to trust your gut, knowing when something has come full circle, paying attention, knowing when the divine is giving you the green light, getting quiet enough to hear, getting quiet enough to trust yourself. How to expand our emotional maturity and intelligence looks a lot like reaching for harmony in the spirit. It's time to make sure you know what an internal yes is. It's time to make sure you know what an internal no is. What you need to know when it's a yes, and understand if it's not a hell yeah, it's a fuck no. And no one can deduce that for you. No one can sensate that for you. So another question I want to ask is, what is in the dark that is coming to light? This is about the moon and the sun, the luminaries in the sky. And so, what's in the dark that's coming to light? Ten of Cups reversed. Some people are breaking up. Some people, it's like time to get out of fantasy world. Six of Pentacles. And there may be someone coming in that's really giving you like a healthy dose of reality. There's stuff coming in about like fairness, balance, justice. The scales showing up twice here in this reading. Six of Cups reversed. The rose-colored glasses. Wow, you know, the Ace of Wands. One more, please. One more, please. Three of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, Strength, Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Some of you think that these people that somebody out here is like living the best life and they have everything that you want, and it's a fucking farce. Ain't nobody as happy as Instagram is making shit look like it is. Some of you, what's in the dark that's coming to light, I feel like some people are like paying for views or paying for likes or paying for things, paying for like the upkeepment of like the optics. There's a lot of energy going into maybe somebody being mean or breaking up. I do feel like Ten of Cups reversed also feels like what's coming to light is there's something that you thought is perfect, or someone that you thought was perfect. Maybe they have Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements. I just don't feel like it is what it seems. There instances or encounters that are coming up in our present that are flaring up memories from the past. And I feel like I just heard, can I trust him? Can I trust this? Can I trust her? Can we do this? Are we really going to do this? You may be hearing from somebody from the past that you really loved, someone you wanted to have kids with, someone you did have kids with, or maybe an opportunity for a new relationship. Maybe you were thinking about having sex with this person. There may be somebody with Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements coming in. Maybe somebody with Scorpio placements coming in. I feel like there is this shift in regards to how you respond to whatever comes to light. There is an emotional, there's an emotional maturity that you've acquired that is really going to create a new chapter for you, where you're going to start going into, because once April hits, once March hits, you're going into the real new year very lighthearted, with a cleared out, a mature, realistic concept of what success, fulfillment, and togetherness is. Please clarify the Ten of Cups, because I know some of y'all like, Ten of Pentacles reverse and Ten of Cups. It's just like your concept of love is changing. Your concept of family, of wealth is changing. I'm sorry, not the Five of Pentacles, the Hierophant. Your concept of marriage, your concept of relationship, your concept of family tradition is changing. The truth is coming out. Your relationship to education, to knowledge, you being a leader. Some of you, I feel like you are thinking that you need all, like some of us have been in a place of seeking deep fulfillment from romantic relationships, where we're actually going to be getting that fulfillment and that purposeful feeling from our careers, or from education, or maybe from this Taurus or Libra or Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Something is unconventional. There could be something about an unconventional commitment, marriage, relationship. Please clarify the Six of Cups reversed. Nine of Wands, Six of Swords. Someone from the past is coming in, someone that I feel like you put energy into getting away from. Please clarify the Ace of Wands. You may be tempted to go back, but I feel like pay attention to what you harness your energy into. The Star. There may be somebody with Aquarius, Aries, Libra, Sagittarius placements showing up, or something coming to light about them, something coming to light about an opportunity. You're being led to this new connection, led to this new relationship, led to this newfound intimacy, led to collaborating in a much, like, just in a better way. So let's see, are there any blind spots we need to pay attention to? Ooh, as soon as I said that, the Eight of Swords came out. So yes, there are blind spots. The blind spots are in the realm of our mind and what we think we're capable of. It's time to break the binds off of what we tell ourselves we are capable of acquiring. It's time to reach for more within. It's time for you to start getting more structured about how you spend your time and your mental energy, so that you can make radical changes in the mind and stop playing victim and attract all these people that need to come in and like save you. And then there's all this drama and blah, blah, blah. And you think they're a narcissist and controlling when you actually just need all that help. And, you know, it's a lot. Some of you may be having blind spots in your relationships with people with Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placements. Two of Swords reversed. As soon as I mentioned blind spots, all the blindfold cards came out. So I do feel like the blind spots that, the blind spots that we've been, learning how to navigate life with are actually going to be, it's like that muscle memory. It's like, whenever, how they say whenever you're blind, your other senses build up. It's like, because you've had blind spots, other senses have developed, and now they're helping you acquire harmony in the realm of the mind, and you're moving towards letting yourself be more you're letting yourself be, I hear, be in child's pose, be in surrender. Please clarify the Star. There's shifts going on with hope and faith and your friends, and meeting friends in higher places, and The Queen of Swords, which is Sun in Aquarius. So I feel like definitely those of you who, whatever it is you're aspiring for, ooh, I just thought of, like, whatever it is you're aspiring for, you've got to be able to face your own shadow in the presence of this kind of light. Ooh, okay. And that just made me feel, I just watched his Dark Material, so maybe that's why this is coming up. But there's this scene, I don't want to take it away, but there's something here about, like, I don't want to tell the scene, but because I hope you go watch it. But there's something here about, like, in the presence of a certain amount of light, that kind of light can pierce. And if you aren't aware or intact with, or in close, you know, if you're not intact with, if you aren't in tight connection with, if you haven't faced your own shadow, you won't be able to stand up to a certain level of light. And so there may be times when people come in and they shine a light so bright and it exposes all this darkness that you haven't faced in yourself. And it's just like they still want to love you anyway. They still want to help you navigate your darkness anyway. They still want to connect. And you may be really, defensive in the face of, like, a new take on old love, or there may be an apology that's needed, possibly a lot of work that's going in, but there's something here about a graduation and end of an era, and now there's all this energy to move forward and to experience peace and to trust oneself. But there's all this self-doubt in the face of movement. It's like, now, oh, I just heard, now that we found love, what are we gonna do with it? Hold on, reenact all of the abandonment and trauma stuff, or are we going to actually put in the work to communicate, to talk, to be diligent and consistent, and generate new habits, and communicate more effectively with ourselves and with our partners and the people that we love? And are we going to strive for this victory, for this independence, for this ability to really speak powerful truths, and to rise above, and to stop putting ourselves in situations where we have to, like, recover and recover and recover because we were so scared to just listen to our intuition, because we knew it was going to tell us to end something. But if we only realize that on the other side of that ending was the fertile soil, was not the fertile soil, was the fruit of the labor, was all the adventure. We have to stop fearing this. Everything that's natural ends. Everything that has a life cycle ends. Death is natural. Death is beautiful. Regeneration is real. And not everybody responds to death and grief and loss the same way, but I'm telling you, let it make the most of you. Rise to the occasion that is whatever this profound metamorphosis is. Like, dare to grab onto this new thing, this opportunity for self-mastery. It's like, don't make don't force the divine to clear your hands so you can grab mid-air. Get still, get quiet. While we are in the darkest season, there's confusion, manipulation, addiction, escapism, intuition, spirituality, the dark night of soul, an ending of how we are communicating. We can't keep communicating like this. We can't keep thinking like this. We can't keep letting this keep us chained when it's meant to. Oh, when it's meant to. It's meant to put you in a place to receive truth, purpose, direction, restoration, and love. I love you. Hydrate. I promise you got this.